How's it going, everyone? Today we are installing a Racing Beats intake on my dad's Miata here. It's an NC Miata. So we're gonna just jump right into it, go through the steps of what it takes to get it on there, and should be a pretty smooth process. It's pretty well detailed by Racing Beats instructions, and I just think since he's got the touring model, we are gonna have to pull it up on something so we can get the lower lip unbolted there and everything, but otherwise pretty standard install, so we'll jump into it. Alright, so first things, we gotta pull these out here. Plastic retainer clips. There should be 5 of them. We're obviously missing a couple. We have some replacements, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up here, kind of under the lip. So we'll pop those out. Alright, so once you have this unpinned, the plastic clips out, you got to reach back here, and you got to access, you can see there, the fog light and the, so there's our fog light. There's the turn signal marker or marker light. So just pop those off from here. So next up, we got to remove all of these bolts at the top of the bumper. It's getting pretty simple. Just go through, pull. I think there's what, 6 and 8 millimeter. It looks like
8 and 10, I think,
or 8 and 10. So gotta pull those off, and then we got to go underneath and remove the screws on the bottom, and then we should be good to pull this off. So now that we got the 2 bolts out from here on each fender, gotta climb under here and pull the, pretty much because this is a touring model, right?
Yes.
The touring model has a Grand Touring has a lower lip, so you have to remove that, which then gives you access to the bumper, the bolts on the bottom of the bumper. So lip, and then the bolts on the bottom bumper, and we should be at that point, I think we should be good to pull off. So we'll just get these unscrewed here. You know what?
Remove that guy. I'm just taking screws off. I don't even know if I'm getting the right things on that.
That's kind of how it goes. There we go.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. We're getting those now. Might need an extension. So now that we got those out with the grill here, you can go ahead and start pulling on the bumper.
Huh?
You left the freaking bolt in.
You did that side.
Is there one over there?
No.
Okay. So should be able to just slide right off. Boom. Nice.
Sweet.
All right, now with the bumper off, you can take out the air box, and you're gonna remove the inlet pipe here, which is just 1 bolt and a couple clips on it. So we'll pull those out. That's going to open up the space for us to get everything else in there.
That clip's already. Oh, it's there. Guess you don't really need these for that, do you?
Honestly, I think once those pop out, it's pretty simple. Those are kind of nice, actually. I like them.
Now we gotta get the air box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like we just popped that out. It's just got like a couple bolts on it. Interesting air box here. I don't know what you have to pull. I assume we'll have to pop that right there.
Yeah.
And then once that's off, freaking stubby. It's like a 10-year-old stubby screwdriver.
That?
Yeah, it's not 20-year-old stubby screwdriver.
That thing's 30 years old.
I was gonna say, I remember using this like as a child. But so guys, we're pulling the headlights out because there's two clips. There's one under each headlight, and it's a screw head type plastic clip. The instructions say to pop it out with a screwdriver, a flathead from the front bumper support, but there's just, that seems pretty unrealistic. So we just pulled the 4 bolts off these so we can slide it out. You can get that last one there.
You got a screwdriver? Thanks.
We pulled the 4 bolts off these so we can slide the headlights out of the way and just access them, which, I don't know if you can see that, but they're gonna be right there, so. Just seems, it's a little more work, but it seems like an easier solution. So now we're back to the airbox. Gotta snap off the connector here to the sensor, and then get our tube off, and then kind of rock this thing forward to pull it out. Okay, rotate it up around that, which is actually a power steering. Okay.
Alright,
There
and
we go.
push this out.
Yeah, let me get a pair of pliers. Okay.
Old airbox out.
Now that we've got this out, taking the MAF out, or MAP?
MAF.
MAF? Okay. MAF. Alright, now we got our sensor installed in here. You're basically just going to go back in like this into the existing. Guys, do not install it the way you see it right now. Flip it around. You'll see later in the video, but we put it in backwards and clearly MAF wasn't reading right, so car did not run, did not like it, got super rich. So install it the other way. The instructions are really they're pretty hard to see. We only really realized the issue because obviously the car wasn't running, but also on Racing Bee's website they show it assembled, which gives you the direction that it needs to be set up for. But in the instructions, it's really hard to tell, and we weren't really paying attention to the way the MAF housing was set up, so just to watch out for that one. Intake tube there.
Well, right on.
Oh, there we go. Alright, so now we just got to put the box in, up from underneath here, and put one clip through.
Yeah, that's the spot.
So, I'll get one right here. Alright, now that we got the MAF in there, you just put this rubber insert in the hole here, like this. You're going to have a corner on the top left. We just get that in there.
There, I think we're in.
Man!
I think. I can't tell for sure.
Oh, it's in there. It's only got about an inch of overlap.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Now,
The part you're finally, the whole thing is for. We'll pull this little plate off. And then so like a, there we go. Alright, filter box is in there with the filter. So now we're just coating down the intake pipe here with some soap, some dish soap, so it can get pushed through.
doing anything.
Yeah, you're good. It's doing what we need it to do. Just angle this way. So you want to feel that motion?
Yeah.
Kind of head that direction. More. Okay, there we go. Now it's
Through?
Yep. Here, get that end fed on if you can. All right. Now I just gotta put the headlights back in. All right. Got the box in there, the filter coming up through the intake pipe, and that, like, I don't know what do I call that, freaking bushing or foam padding insulation.
Yeah.
Pipe running back to the MAF, the wire from the MAF running up underneath, and there you go. So now half the job of what was taking everything apart, we got to put everything back together. Like I said earlier in the video, luckily it was nothing too serious, and we just flipped the MAF around, and she's running fine. Alright guys, there we go. Racing bead intake installed. Fairly simple, a lot of work on the bumper, but that'll be all for that one.